When I arrived, I knew I had a pretty bad back injury. So we had a talk and I did MR and it showed us that my back was pretty much really bad. So I had 6 or 8 months now where I was just doing nothing. I was just laying on a mattress and not training at all because I wanted my back to be good. So I did rehab for 6 to 8 months and it was pretty tough. I felt pretty excited against those days because it was a new beginning. But after a while, I felt like I was out of the team because I was just laying on a mattress doing my core exercises without the team. And I didn't get to know anyone because I was just on the outside and it was pretty tough. When you go up to the gym and someone talks a little bit shit to you, you do nothing or that, it's pretty hard to take at that moment, but then you get home and you think about it and it just drives you even more. I've always had a feeling that I can be one of the best players, and I think that's probably my motivation. And also that I love the sport and I hate to sit on the side and watch it because I want to be part of it. So that was probably the motivation for me. Obviously, as a Swedish player, 20 years old, and no one knew of me, so I felt like I had to prove myself, and that was pretty disturbing. So now I've come back, it feels so good to prove myself. That's every training I have anxiety because I want to just show everyone that I'm a good player. From the day Kielce won the Champions League, I think it obviously changed everything because everyone after that knew who the club was. I have a big memory of the penalty. I think it was Aguinaldo who scored the last one, and he went to the goal and picked it up, and they were the winners. So that's probably the first time I had a big moment with Kielce as some sort of fan or something. I talked with a lot of people, especially my brother, because he had been in Plock, and he liked it there, even though it was a COVID year. He liked it much, and I think that was the point when he agreed that it was a good challenge for me to take. I felt I have to do it because this is a once in a life.
Of course, I told him that it's a different thing playing in Sweden than playing in one of the best clubs in the world, with training, with matches, with everything. But I also think he was kind of prepared for that.
My brother, I got taught a lot of things, but I remember playing basketball or football with him when I was younger, and he was always cuffing me around and hitting on me, and I had to fight a lot to get the ball and score and everything. And we were playing handball, and he was so tall and big, and I had to fight for everything. But he has learned me a lot of things, especially when I've watched these games.
I said to him that he had to make his own decision, but yeah. When you're a handball player and you come to a place where you're supposed to play handball, you don't really know anyone. The best way to get to know everyone, to integrate into the group is to play handball, and be with the team all the time. But it's kind of difficult when you're injured and when you don't really have a young guy as my brother is. It's difficult, but what it seems like, I think he's acclimatized?
I was a bit nervous before the game. It's been a long time since I played a match, but it felt so good to step out on the court. It felt amazing. It was good. It was good. I have waited a long time for my debut at Kielce, so it was really good. I've trained 2 weeks for 100% now, and it feels better every training. And try to study as much as I can and watch the games. And I try to come in with the things I am good at. And I think I did okay, but I need to talk and everything with the guys and watch the game after it now, and I will improve. It was a Polish league game. Yeah, I played only defense, and I sat on the bench, and then I came in, and I was so nervous. It wasn't a big game, but I was really nervous during my debut for Kielce, and I think I did pretty well. It was an okay performance, and we won by a lot of goals. So it was a good debut.
Pamiętajcie, 2 punkty z Selgerumem to są na tyle ważne, jak 2 punkty z Nantem, jak 2 punkty z Salzburgiem.
Szacunek i mamy być bardzo skupiony, dawaj! Kielce!
Every game I got a little bit more time, mostly in defense in the beginning. But after some games, I think it was Elverum in the Champions League. And I sat on the bench and I was pretty nervous doing my Champions League debut. And then we got a penalty after 7 minutes, and Talant pointed at me and said I should take the penalty. So I was pretty happy about that, but also very nervous. I came in and I just blacked out or something because I don't remember the penalty, but it was good. It was in the goal.
Szwajcarski zegar to jest najlepszy zegar na świecie, ale tylko jedna rzecz zawskuje, i nie ma tego zegarku, Każda część będzie miała wartość, ale sam zegarek nie będzie miał wartości, I nasz zespół, nasz klub, ma wartość, kiedy my, od pierwszego do ostatniego wszyscy walczymy.
I think I was playing the Euros with the under-20s with the Sweden team. Our coach called me down to the hotel lobby and he said yeah, so Talant just asked me for clips of you, and he wants to watch you more. And I was so happy because it's so big that someone like Talant wants to look more on me and maybe even transfer me to the team. And I was in a good form and everything, and I felt like my level could just go higher and higher just because of someone liked my style of playing, and I got more informed, so to say. I got asked from Bertus, I think, to come and watch the game against Veszprem in Champions League. So me and my parents and my agent went down here to Poland in Kielce to watch the game, and I just went into Hala Legionów, and it was amazing. It was so good atmosphere, and from that point I think it was this is going to be my next club. And also after the game I had a really good talk with Talant, and we had a dinner together, and he saw something in me and I liked it a lot.
Now you play in free position. Now you know they will make everything against you, 1 against 1, or with this block.
Well, obviously it's like a cultural difference between us like players, because like the French players, they are very loud and very funny, and Spanish players are also very funny and loud, and Polish players are a little bit lower, but they are also pretty good. So I get well with everyone. Croatian, like Igor, he's a really good guy. Everyone is really nice. Yeah, a lot of difference. It's like everything with the cultural things to apartment and everything. It's new, everything. Even though that I moved to a new city and lived alone since I was 15, it was hard coming here to Poland because of the language and because of like small things like fixing the Wi-Fi, fixing a bank account, getting a plumber, or like anything. It's like hard.
Wiemy, po co przyjechaliśmy, idziemy myć i mam jedyną prośbę, od początku do końca wszyscy trzymajcie razem.
Well, I think Swedes are pretty introvert, and I believe that I'm pretty introvert myself, even though I have extrovert side of me. But I feel like that's a stereotypical side of the Swedish guy. And if I compare that to a Polish normal guy, it's like he's more around. He's like doesn't think about that kind of things. He's more open and talks to everyone, and is like not that introvert. Right now I feel pretty good. I have been doing training with a team like 2 weeks now. Well, it has been only a few players because the others are on the World Cup, but I feel pretty good. I don't focus on the outside situation. I feel like this season is the most important, and everything else has to come when it comes. So I don't focus on the situation with the club. It's like just do training and focus on next match.
Меч рока, блядь, то я вам, блядь, написал в таблице, блядь, от, блядь, якогось часу. 27 до 25. Ви розумієте, що в другій половині ми стрілялися тільки 10 брамок, 10. А ми, блядь, będziemy lub 17 lub 18 grać rewanż w 1/4 Ligi Mistrzów.
A lot of youth players look up to the stars in Sweden, in handball, in football, in everything. Sports can help with a lot of things. I know that because I have played football and handball for all my life, and in my football team it was people who had a bad situation at home, but when they got to the football court or handball court, they felt more like home, and they could express themselves, and they got like comfort from us being there. So obviously I feel like sports is doing lots of things to help people getting out of the bad situations. I think it's very important to have like a target to get to, because if you don't have any target, it's like you don't know what you want. You just focus on bad things maybe. But if you have a target, you always want to reach that, and if you reach that, you put a new target on. So that's probably it. If you do training, help you with your mental, because it's like if I just sit at home all day, I feel like shit. But if I go to training, I feel a lot better. So it's not that hard actually. And I feel like every time we play a game, whenever people come to this arena, it's like becomes a home and it becomes a community. So I feel like it's the most important thing to get money to make it from the next years. So I believe it's very important.